We're going live. I'm just, uh, I'll wait a few minutes. Does this count? All right. All right, I'm eating some watermelon. I was going to ask, Cody's not as available as he used to be. Oh, it's Sunday. Everyone's watching football. What? I don't even know if it's football season. I'm trying to get one of these tech guys. Hey, Clearwater. Good talking to you yesterday. Hey, Lori. So I haven't eaten lunch yet. I'm eating some watermelon. This is fascinating. I need someone. Can you do a Clearwater? I need someone. I forgot if I asked you, Clearwater Chad, to teach me how to do StreamYard or however you do it, because I can't get Cody. Cody is working. He likes working because he builds up his muscles at a department store, something carrying things. Oh, look at how cute you are. That's so cute, Chloe. Oh, that's so cute. So I need someone to let me know how to do my own. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm fortunate that, I'm not scrambling to get by. I finally have air conditioning. And I'm very fortunate for all that's happened. I'm older now, and the most fulfilling thing is doing these things with Cody, and he's not as available. So I feel almost like fortunate that I'm not scrambling to make a living or pay the rent, but I'm kind of isolated. I'm not complaining. I'm not like everybody else, like the song says, King song. Um, and so I don't do gardening. I'm not a painter. Just the free time. Don't go to the gym. It's so cute how Chloe's just staring me down. I'll be in a few minutes. So basically, what I got is getting watch hours. That's my hobby in semi-retirement from that world of showbiz. This is a new world for me where I can just talk and people do comments, and so I want to do stuff where I could. I love Cody. I wish he was more available. In a perfect world, I'd have all the money and pay him to do this full time. So nothing's terrible. Nothing's terrible. When you said, "What's the matter?" I need someone who can later uh, teach me how to do this on my own. Meaning, I want to show little videos. I want to have guests. I want to do it myself. Or if someone could be a sidekick and help me. So it's sort of like my little hobby trying to get watch hours to see what happens next to incentivize Cody to, hey, he made a little money each time and let's do more drawings. You know that spiel. So I'm just asking. It's a yes, I'm impersonating a mailman. And is it a really federal crime? Because I bought this from Amazon. If it was, you'd think the cops would show up at my door when I got the hat and they would tackle me. I don't think anyone believes I'm a mailman. So the thing that keeps me busy these days is when I have links to put up. It's going to Ohio in September to do the Dumb and Dumber screening. Will that change my life, money wise or any No, but I'm excited that, hey, I get a reason to go, hey, please, if you live anywhere near Detroit, Columbus, Ohio, I can make little videos. So that's my thing. A little watch hour. Just to look at the hey, how much watch hours do I need to get 3,000? I'm right now 1,630, I think. So it's kind of fun. After this, I'll look. It's that pathetic thing when, on your phone you have steps. And this is so pathetic. There's a few times when I used to live near the Grove, I would walk there, and then, oh, the battery died. I didn't get the steps I should get. Do I buy at the Apple store a charger and charge it up and then get the steps? But this goal of mine is, Dave, can you help me with this? Is not as pathetic because I'm trying to get the watch hours to see what happens next, to see, you know, uh, other fun things I could do. And again, I keep going on about Cody, but just if you got a little cash here and there, I need him. That's what makes me happiest. These little illustrated stories he does, but he had to get a job. So Dave, yes, please. I would love for you to help me like figure out. I know this is easy. I'm not that much of a schmuck. I go on YouTube and I press go live. But there's a thing with StreamYard. I would love to show like Dave Sarah. There's a video on YouTube. If I say what it is, Scarlett's going to watch it, and the way she watched laughs. But to show a video how Kevin does it and stop and laugh and go, what are they talking about? And have a friend show up here. So yeah, just to be able to do this, but have a guest maybe planned where we can talk. And so that's what I'm going for. Again, I'm not complaining. I'm lucky that I got through my life without being in rush hour traffic, as I always say, 2 hours back and forth. So now, as I said on Raymond, I just want to. So this plea for help is is good because it again, I don't cook. I've learned to do. I never really had a real kitchen. I've learned to do the worst pasta, corn on the cob, but it gets me out sitting in a cafe, and so I was trying to figure out where to eat lunch, and this alone has given me some nice interactions. So yeah, and I don't. The only dice story I have, I only met him once. A club in Brooklyn called Pips, where he was the king there. Hey, I'm the best. You get a. So my mother, when she lived in Brooklyn, lived in the same area as Dice Clay's mother, and she would say she's so pushy. She comes into the yogurt store, goes ahead of everyone in line because she's Dice's mother. That's not a bad idea. Oh, I wish. I have an air fryer. Okay. Uh, I have an air fryer. The only thing, tell me what. Maybe you could direct me, Lori. I I tried these vegan sausages, and I keep forgetting and googling uh, how long you're supposed to do it, but they were very kind of crispy and not good. But yeah, if you have any ideas with a what's it called? So basically, my excuse is I grew up in a house, a madhouse. I blocked out. I did a thing on Facebook. I was curious, and you could do in the comment. Um, Oh, it's nice out. I did a thing on Facebook. I took it down. I'm curious. What's the earliest you have vivid memories of? And most two, three, the coming out of the womb. This. I have a one or two memories, but I can't really remember when they happened, how old I was. Like I'm doing that story with Cody about going to Florida. I asked my sister, she said 11. So there was a lot of trauma. I'm not bitching. It is what it is. Where we block things out, I don't really remember I don't have a lot of childhood memories. It was chaotic. Again, I'm not complaining, but I was just curious what is quote unquote normal. And you think four. All right, maybe remember one or two things, but real memories from my life I could take from, it's all a blur. Don't have memories of school. It was very chaotic, frantic. It was a lot going on. So the hell am I babbling about? Why am I babbling about? Okay, my mother, yeah, it is what it is. And she she couldn't cook or do anything. She was pretty helpless. So it was a big deal on Sundays. My father knew how to make pancakes. I wasn't shown how to do anything. Then I hung out at comedy clubs. And three is your earliest memory. Not really earliest memory. What I'm trying to ask is, like, what kind of vivid memories? When did you really start remembering stuff happening? Is okay. It was all much. I guess it was trauma, but much a blur. So basically, then I hung out at comedy clubs, and I always lived in. He didn't really. I didn't really to be able to afford to live in Manhattan when I was starting out. I'm making an excuse. I didn't really have kitchens. You hung out all night. You went to diners after comedians. You worked in clubs where they fed you. I didn't really have to do it. I lived 29 years in an apartment where I didn't really have a kitchen. It was too hot. Those are my excuses. Okay, that's my excuse. And I have some anxiety with cooking. There was some girl I had a crush on, and oh, usually boyfriends cook for me, and oh, no, I'm not good enough for a woman. I don't cook. Hey, here's your lasagna. I'm making you this. All that nonsense. And so basically, uh, basically, I want to not have to get in my car every time where I'm going to eat. And I could do Trader Joe's, you microwave something. All right, that's my long winded thing. It's good to get out, to sit in a diner. And I always need an excuse, like I'm working on something, and I find places where I don't feel self conscious sitting alone. But I like to be able to do stuff. So, okay, long winded, Lori. Uh, um, there's one guy, he said he's going to teach me how to do a sauce. I gotta, again, Dave, Sarah, if you're still there, I gotta figure out how to do a camera. As this actor guy, a guy is going to teach me how to make a sauce. But basically, I could do corn on the cob, bad pasta, uh, bad with my air fryer. What's it called? Vegan sausage. What other one thing could I cook? A baked potato in the air fryer. Yes, maybe, Laurie, you can teach me sandwiches. Yes, maybe I can make sandwiches. All right, I'm not. I guess so. Yeah, I guess I'm fortunate that I'm not broke, but kind of gets me out. My friend Wendy, she says she gets so isolated that she'll be at the grocery store And she'll go, you could go ahead of me. I only have a few things because it gives her an interaction. And I've talked about this before, and I'm not complaining because, no one wants to hear you complain, and people have it worse, and it is what it is. But sometimes, yeah, I will just go to the bookstore. And I used to live in an area where I didn't feel so isolated because you walk around, they had bookstores, the Grove Farmers Market, and you feel you're interacting with people watching. I don't have that as much in this area, but I love it. So sometimes yes, I could save money if I made my own lattes and coffees, but it just gets me out. I sit there, hear a song on the thing I might not have heard. That's my spiel. So this was good. This gave me a little interaction. I'll go get some lunch. All right, Lori, you're gonna maybe show me some easy things on the air fryer. We got to figure out how to do that on one of these with a camera. Um, you got to help me figure out. I remember uh, what Lori just said. I remember hearing when Kennedy was shot. I have what they call, I guess, snapshot memories, like a Polaroid, a moment. But but a lot I don't have. Like really, I don't remember the school I went to. I don't remember things in school. I don't remember teachers' names, students' names. Yes. Again, I had this pressure. It caused me two breakdowns. I'm going to tell you. One, well, I where I felt I need to learn to cook because no woman's going to want a guy, and I got to be. Hey, I'm independent, and I always, you heard me ranting, had resentment. The late Norm Macdonald, the late Gilbert Gottfried, they're geniuses. Larry David, they're not manly cooks in the kitchen. But then when you think Anthony Bourdain, oh, this camera's dirty. He killed himself and he could cook, so it's not the be all end all. I'm babbling, but 17 minutes. Again, I'm I am being repetitious. Just to feel a silly sense of accomplishment to babble, and then look. Oh, the watch hour went a little bit up to get to that 3,000 to. It's what I got right now. I'm very fortunate. Things could be a lot worse, and I have some great things. The thing coming up in Canada. I mean Canada, Columbus, and great people here, and great things, and air conditioning. But I guess, like I said, some people, I'm going to retire, build a boat. I'm going to retire, do this, go hiking. I don't like hiking. So this is my thing, getting the watch hours. A long marathon live stream. Uh, Now, um, I'm also reading Jeff Crone's thing. It's not Columbus. It's in the Toledo area, which is about 2 hours away. All right. Toledo, not Columbus. Um, Someone, I think Chad suggested do a marathon. You know what cause I would like? There's so many causes. Yes. All these in Ukraine, these animals, people can help those dogs and cats in those war-torn countries. Speaking of animals, I think she wants to come out. Want to come out, but you got to go. You got to go in the room. You got to go. You can't just walk around. You got to go in the catio. All right, you could go, but you can't go far. Come on, Luna. Luna, you can't. Come on, Luna. All right, come on. All right. I'll keep an eye on him. Come on. No. Luna wanders too far. Chloe. No, this is not what I wanted. All right, I got to get my shoes. She's going too far. This is why I don't like to do this. She's going by the rocks, so I need my shoes. All right. I'm losing everyone, but if I'm getting watch minutes in, that's what matters. So let's figure out. This is not a good idea. Get back in. Get back. Chloe, get back in. Chloe is a little too much out of control when she comes out here. All right, so this is productive. I think Dave, Sarah, I'm losing people because the lighting is bad. And she likes to be out here. So I think Dave, Sarah, let me read. Oh, I'm not locked out. It's just they try to come out. And it's dangerous. There's coyotes, all these things around here I see in the street, mountain lions. So she's safe in here. But when I open it up, Chloe, and I'm always barefoot, runs past the rocks. So let me read some of these things. A telethon. I'd like to do a telethon to support. I see on video all these poor cats no one is feeding in the shelters in Ukraine, and maybe that is one. All right. Like dangerous criminals. So, all right. So we got to figure out. Let me find a different angle where the sun isn't. All right. This is better. All right. So I need. All right. So Dave is going to help me figure out how to do this on my own, but where I can show videos, have guests, do little things. I also need to. I'd like to maybe a camera, do a cooking thing with Lori with the, teach me how to cook simple things. I'm going to do the things. So how do you know about Joel, Jeff Crone? Jeff Crone's amazing. He knows every detail. From what I've been told, he's alive. We had a little disagreements where it is what it is. Where it's the first time I ever talked about it. If I call this publicly, but it's these things happen. Joel was mentioned. That's right. Yes. Someone's gotta help me fix that shelf. Can you jump on it? Is it sturdy enough? You got it. Ooh. All right. Yes, I'm not good at cooking or fixing things, and so okay. So this is almost 25 minutes of what's it called? Garage time of watch hours. I didn't. All right. So I feel good now. Dave Sarah will teach me how on my own I can do this, but also do it on StreamYard where it gets, and I could show a video. And and so I'm gonna, and then one day Laurie can show me how to do some air fryer stuff in the kitchen. And I don't have a rice cooker. Uh, yeah, just simple things. Like, yeah, I do like to get out, sit in a place I feel comfortable in, and sit with the laptop. So, all right, I feel better now. I feel I had some interactions. I feel um, I'm going to learn how to cook some things. I got to learn how to maybe have that part of the stream. How does someone film me doing it? And what else did I? And Dave, Sarah's going to teach me the other stuff. Well, Penelope Parasite asked the question, what do you think about working out material live on YouTube? I'd like to see something like that, and comedians normally hate that idea. Well, the thing is, I have been doing that. In that, I don't just stand up. I mean, the last time I came out of retirement 10 years ago when I opened for Norm MacDonald, like every weekend for almost a year. So I'm not really doing stand up, but I am when I work with Cody, we're trying out stuff, and many times you guys give some good takes, give some good suggestions. So we're trying out our Substack again with the Substack, but I love it. Uh, we're trying out that material. That's what I'm loving. When I did stand up, you got to joke, hit them over the head. And Substack, these illustrated stories don't have to be, they're not in a comedy club. It's different, like Peanuts, Mad Magazine. So that's what I do with Cody, that we're working out our creative process. A schedule is important. Thank you, Leo. Leo got my Seinfeld yearbook. Yeah, unless maybe Dave Sarah, someone could, as I talk, put up links. So I have the books I have. Maybe we'll have you back. Is about my life as a guest star actor guy. My Seinfeld year, writing on Seinfeld. 5 Minutes to Kill, about the young comedian special, and my friend Norm, an Audible. So what the hell? Okay. So a schedule. Well, I once I right now I love Cody. I mean, he's like a son in a way, but he's not as available as he would be in a perfect world. So once I get a flow of how I can do this, I can do this. This is YouTube Live. You just press a button and go live. But I know if you then go through StreamYard, if you want guests, if you want to show videos, no idea. So once I learn that, I'm going to have a schedule. Oh, you're gonna. So that's my spiel, and uh, she's never gone in a hammock. Why does Chloe go right back there to the rocks? I don't know. She's not being good. So this was good. It was. I feel like Wendy with my interaction, the way she um, lets people go ahead of her at the grocery store. Um, Diabetic Shamwowski. Maybe I could do stories with shows with stories on celebrities or interesting people you've met. Well, I kind of do that. Well, when I go on MLC, I tell stories, and I guess I tell them here. But again, I think I could try to, once someone helps me figure out how I can do this from my own computer, uh, more so than this, maybe I'll do it regularly. So I'm going to show you something. I've talked about it. This is my lockbox. Wait, oh. All right, the lighting's bad, but it's going to open in 2 hours and 25 minutes. There's some things I do too much, and you got to put it in a lockbox. You could set it for hours, days. So I say the Godfather 1 is better than Scream 1. Scream. Just some edibles, but I would take it every night, but it's the weekend. Maybe if you want, I'll do one of these on an edible. Whenever I'm on an edible, I always think I have this great idea, and it makes no sense. And now yes, Mike Ivy. Again, I would love, I think I've said this before, Jeff. The problem with when I do a Cody, he again is working, does this, just moved, has a life, is a young, handsome, tall, young guy with a life. So he'd go, "Oh, you want to do a stream today?" And I go, "Yeah." So I'm not always have enough time to have a guest. But if you want Mike, uh, if you want Mike Ivy, I'm glad you know that. See, this helps. How often do you do edibles? I try. I got into them late in life. I don't like drinking. I like the feeling of an edible when I'm not in the real world, but it is the real world. It makes more sense. I like going into that part of, I call it doesn't matterism, except from, my cats escaping or me getting killed by a truck. Everything else doesn't matter. The watch hour is this, it matters. Please help. No, but I like going to that place where you just get, it's the moment, not the story, all that stuff. So I would do, if I do them too much, first of all, it stays in my body, my resistance. I used to try to take, what's it called, Ativan or lorazepam. I can't. I'm fatigued for days. So I try just just once or twice a week and then lock them away because, yeah, and they don't work as good if you take them too much. So here and there. If I have something I have to do, like do a voiceover job or something where I gotta be on my feet, I won't do it for like a week before. So I keep, I'm good and aware. Well, YouTube blocked the link to my, wow. Really, the Clearwater Chad. Looking at your other successful comedian podcast, Joey D's computer stuff. Yeah, okay. Again, I only got into this being Mr. Redundant was I I just get very happy when I put on these little Substack illustrated stories, and I want to have a little book of them, and it is a book little by little on Substack. So I just got into these. So Cody draws them, people interact. So I tell stories. I have Jeff Richards entertaining Cody. But now I'm trying to get the watch hours. So, yeah, I should be smoking a cigar. Yep, sitting out here on the side of the house. The other side, I'll show you some. They're building a house next door from scratch and a lot of construction. So, all right, this was fun. Okay, I'm going to try to figure out how to get a camera for when Laurie Lewis or someone teaches me cooking and stuff. I'm going to try to figure out how I can do this and schedule this and get guests without Cody. No, I didn't know Mitch Hedberg did a movie. Yeah, Doug Benson. I did his thing. I do doobies, and he got annoyed at me because we have structure here. You're talking at a line. This is a line where we're doing a podcast. We're doing bongs, and I was ruining the structure of it by talking at a turn. I'm obliterated. Yeah, but I don't know if you saw when Jeff Richards. I need to get him as a guest. He's really a Buddha. He really set me right. Stop with Brian Callen and getting annoyed with pretentious people. Doug Benson. We all have our trauma. We're all doing the best we can. That's their persona, being aggressive or being acting too cool. So Jeff Richards is like a Buddha. All right. So again, this what have I accomplished today? I babbled and got closer to the watch hour thing each day. That's not bad. Conflict sells. Yeah, again, people from MLC come on my thing and they get annoyed that, oh, this is an MLC. It's not. Again, I wasn't looking to be, part of the Stuttering John thing. He started this whole Dabbleverse. Uh, you know, Kevin is a real stand-up that has done a lot of, had his own pilot and specials and SNL. A lot of those Dabbleverse guys, they have their fans, but they're not like stand-ups, from the clubs with material. I'm sure they're personalities. What am I saying? But they're in that world, and they found a fun niche for themselves. A conflict. If I'm going to let him be cursing out Cody, that hey, you're a schmuck. I think what I do is more genuine. I'm not just, hey, Cody, hey, you're a loser. Hey, look at your glasses. I feel like Jeff Ross doing things. So I want to do what I do. I want to do what I do because I want to do it. Like I want to show some videos. I want to learn to cook. Okay, MLC isn't Dabbleverse. Kevin. Okay. Interesting to know. All right, I'm having a good day. It's chill. My cat likes sitting out here. I didn't feel like figuring out where to eat. Again, people have a worse. They have no money. They can't eat. So I killed a little time. Uh, you know, it's better than watching Survivor. Don't ask me why. I've been watching too much. I'm watching Survivor and I'm rooting for someone 20 years ago to get a steak dinner by winning a stupid challenge. So this is some Wendy interactions. Uh, all right, almost 40 minutes towards a watch hour. I get 20, 40, 60, 2/3 of a watch hour. Hey, there's worse things to do. Look, would I wish I had like a cool partner to be with and let's go get brunch together and then let's go see a movie and let's buy something at Target together and hang out and then we'll go for a day trip. That would be better, but it is what it is. Acceptance. Right now, I wanted freedom. I got it my whole life so you are my surrogate partners but it's again the moment, not the story. That's my expression. Now, Flores had a good title for the people who like me. the wet noodles, because Jeff Richards, a great guy, once exploded at me. Um, because again, these bro comedians with the arms this big and we punch people in the head. Hey, you can't be PC. And Jeff Richards screamed, "What are they all supposed to be? Wet noodles like you?" So, uh, so maybe my fans should be called the Wet Noodles. Um, that's a good idea. Uh, you like me just as a friend. Well, I don't mean parties, you know what I'm saying? You're my little posse group of people I'm interacting with. All right, when I say partner, you didn't quite get it. You know what I'm saying? Saying I appreciate having this, having my wet noodles. I'm going to call it that. And Jeff Richards is going to get mad. So, no, we're not literally partners, but you're the people who, I have an idea. You, you guys will be my welfare checks. I haven't done a stream in a few days. Call. Look how cute. You're just, she's so cute. You like that, don't you? But this was also productive because if I didn't do this, I wouldn't have sat out here and have Luna just chill on the thing. Usually Luna's the bad girl, Chloe's the angel, but when it's out here, she runs out of the vicinity on the rocks. Yes. Well, Jeff not only needs more characters than Jeffrey Ross and Daryl. Yes, he also needs to. What this is why why do people need to have a name? They don't have to have a name. I just liked, joking about the wet noodles. You don't have to be a wet noodle. You could be a bro. Um, but what the hell was I saying? Yes, what's funny about Jeff is every character he does is like special, Spectre me, like, and he just says the same three lines over and over. What's up, everybody? You having a good time? Or with Daryl Hammond, the uh, the mobsters in the 30s. It just makes no sense. But to me, it's funny. It's just he or me with Ben from West Virginia is my favorite Jeff Richards character. All right, I got to tell him that. All right, that we figured that out at least. Yes, well, it's getting a little hot today, but lonely adulthood. Yeah, it's kind of funny how I don't get invited to parties like I used to, but I hated parties. A friend of mine got mad at me. I did an Irish goodbye. She had a thing, and the people were nice, but it was just small talk. I don't know them, and I knew if I said I'm leaving, why Lepaby's coming? What are you? Oh, come on, you just got here. So I just left, and she's mad. Yeah, the AI. Yeah. So all right, I'm gonna stay on for 40 more seconds to know I did 45 minutes. 15 minutes short of a watch hour, but came close. Wet noodle. I don't even know that thing till Jeff Richards got mad and started, But Jeff, it was good to see him in person Thursday. Now he's like a Buddha. He's a philosopher. He really doesn't let people annoy him like I do. And he was right about compassion and, you know, everyone is, Fred Boyardee and the wet noodles. That's a good one. This is. I'm not working on stand-up material, but we're working on stuff. Fred Boyardee and the wet noodles. Yeah, I love the birds chirping. My whole life I lived in Sheepshead Bay in Brooklyn in these cookie cutter houses. I mean, two family. And I lived in a 5-story walk up in Manhattan with a bathroom and shower in the hall for 3 years. Then in another apartment where bathroom, the shower was in a bathtub on a ladder in the kitchen. It wasn't really a kitchen. Then I came to Hollywood and cities, apartments. So I like being here, but it can't interact, but now I'm interacting. The Wendy interactions. That's funny. Daryl Hammond sounds like a Valley girl who's obsessed with 1930s Chicago. Now, what I hear about people on the spectrum is they get obsessed with one thing. My friend's son's on the spectrum, and he's obsessed with improv comedy. They all have, but so I like that he's a Valley girl on the spectrum, obsessed with 1930s Chicago. So that makes me laugh. Whew. We're all doing good. Hey, Freddie. Well, I'm going to feel better going to sit at a cafe. I'm gonna write up a list of things I would like to do on StreamYard that I can't do here, and ask people to help. And it's sort of like when I used to live near the Grove Farmers Market. Like I'd see some people there, have some little interactions. Hey, how you doing? And feel I was okay. You know what I don't miss about living in the LA Hollywood area? I'm gonna acknowledge you, Meek. That's a good point, Pikes Falal. I have to be honest with you, Al, and everyone. I was sort of friends with Daryl Hammond, and then I couldn't be. I was pushed out of his little group. It was just a place called Swingers, a restaurant, a little diner in West Hollywood, and but I was reading a book on trauma. I'm lying, listening to an audiobook, and the guy referenced him. So he has had real trauma. Where so you're right. So yeah, to make fun. I don't know if Jeff Richards is making fun of him. He just, you know what he does? All right, low on battery. All right, I'll wrap this up inside because the plug out here isn't so good. All right. So basically, I think what I like about Jeff Richards is he exaggerates someone and makes it a whole different kind of Jerry Lewis, Adam Sandler guy. Like Jimmy Fallon, he exaggerates it. Oh man, this is the best thing, man. There's a thing called kitty litter. Oh man, it's so cool, so great. It's these, and your cat goes and oh my god, and it comes together. And of course, Chloe ran for her life because I sneezed, but it's okay. And yeah, Daryl Hammond doesn't really go 1930 Chicago. He must have heard one thing and he turned it into something. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to do more live streams at other places. I'll go to Swingers. And yeah. All right. Should I kill time for 10 more minutes or say I have an hour of, what's it called, stage time? His Tom Petty, yes. Now you want to be on the lap? All right. What's up, everybody? Hey, Chloe. Yeah. All right. Let me see. All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to an hour. People go. Oh, you know what I don't miss about where I used to live? You bump into people, nice enough, former people from the comedy world, from the acting world, from the voiceover world, people who recognize you, and it's good to have interactions. But they always go, "What's up? What are you working on?" And you're always having to explain yourself. Well, I'm trying to get watch hours now. I'm on Substack. It's good for, illustrations. There's nothing, that's the world we're in. And I get tired of explaining myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get tired of explaining myself to myself. Like, right? What's up, Chloe? You having a good time? So here, I never bump into anyone I know, anyone from casting, administrative people from jobs. It's a different world here. Thank you, Leo. Right. I remember when I was backstage with Norm at the Tonight Show, the time Trump was there, when Jimmy Fallon tussled his hair. Uh, Norm had some bit showing he was clean. Like, remember when Trump was, I don't know, had a clean bill of health. And so Fallon goes, Norm had a bit about a urine specimen. And he goes, "Hey, I got this. How about you say, like, Norm, not urine, urine." Norm, what? Uh, Remember Jimmy Fallon tried being in movies? He was in a movie with Queen Latifah, Taxi Driver, which didn't make sense, where a cop can't drive because he had too many speeding tickets. I don't want to be a defund the police guy or anything political, but I can't see cops pulling over a cop and just going, "Yeah, you're getting another speeding ticket." All right, people are gonna get mad, but I'm a broke comedian. I say what I say. Um, and This Larry David isn't quite like that, but these are things he thinks in his head, and he's very petty and obsessive. Whoa, whoa! You had a Coke, and why the tip should I leave more? You have hundreds, almost $1 billion. Just stop it, Larry. It annoys me. You've seen the Daryl Hammond documentary, yeah. How can you help? All right. I'm going another 6 minutes. I was asking if someone can help me, assist me, because I want to do these more scheduled, but on StreamYard, where I can show videos, have other guests, uh, what I can do on it. Uh, Someone to assist me. And but I think I'm figuring out who can help me with that. And what else am I going to say? Do I get 25 watch hours? All right. Oh, I thought it's just an hour. I didn't know I get for every person a watch hour. All right. See, I feel like Cody's my son and I'm working for, hey, so my son doesn't have to work so hard. Let's get the watch hours, and he'll get to draw more. Dave Sarah, yeah, I'm gonna hit up Dave Sarah later. So I want to do this in Babel. I have a question for you. Maybe only Pikesville Al. You know what I always wanted to do on a podcast? Have people sit around and read a 70s from the 70s TV guide and go, oh my God. And, I think only Al would like it, but I want to do it. Go, look who this is, and look who this is. I remember they were on this. I want to do that. Cody time is a different schedule. Ask Chat TV. Yes, I was. Good question. My God, Jeff Crone is amazing. Jeff Edgers. Yeah, we met early. Uh, the thing, like when you work with Norm, when you open for him, you have to do everything. He goes to a book of the publisher for his book. I have to go along for 3 hours. Come on, where you going? And we had breakfast in the morning, and Jeff Edgers was there today, the Tonight Show. So yes, that was the time Trump was there on the Tonight Show. Yes. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. This is what I want to do. I want to sit down eat my lunch, but I'm not a lonely guy. I'm going to have what I want to do. All right, we only have 19, so we'll get 19 watch hours, 3 more minutes. I'm positive. I'm moving the needle up. And I'm gonna figure out how to do that. I'm gonna figure out how to do that because you gotta do stuff you would like. Am I Kevin Brennan? No. Does everyone hate the Kevin Brennan? No. You know what's so funny? I said this yesterday. What cracks me up? Yes, I used to love the TV Guide. I used to love, and I forgot about this. Every Academy Award, you'd have the pictures of best actors, best this. I used to love the previews for the new season. Like remember it's all white, black and white, but it was like color at the end, like new season, Trapper John, MD next year. I love the TV Guide crossword puzzle because I didn't feel too stupid. They'd always have blank in the family, ALL, but then they'd have a few, People Magazine crossword puzzle is the easiest, or was. Maybe it's changed. I haven't done it. That was the easiest. I like it easy. TV Guide, there'd always be one weird thing like on Starship 19 with Kent McCord or some weird Bill Mooney's character in, whatever, or some weird alien name from one of the shows I couldn't get. But I loved reading the TV Guide. I'm an old guy. Only Al remembers where there were only 3 networks. I have a TV Guide where it was a big thing, 4 networks. But I want to try to figure out how to do this. Oh yeah, I do lots of TV Guide crossword puzzles in pen, like the Thrill Seeker. Sometimes you make a mistake you can't erase, but you do it really hard, the E over the Z or whatever. But I used to love. All right, I'm going to show you something before I sign off. So one of my dreams, and I've showed you this before, was to be in a TV Guide crossword puzzle. So that's what that was. I got dizzy getting up. So I'm going to do that. I'm gonna figure out how to have that happen. So I think, I think it'll be good, even if the younger people don't know who I'm referencing. Darlene Carr, people from Who Love American Style. It'll lead me to stories where I met them. Here's a name none of you know: Bruce Solomon from Mary Hartman. Oh, I got turned on. I don't mean turned on. Norm, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. No, I mean turned on, not sexually, Norm. Uh, to so many character actors from Mary Hartman. Ed Begley Jr., I first knew about him. Michael Lembeck, Dabney Coleman, Mary Kay Place, Bruce Solomon, Deborah Lee Scott from Mary Hartman. Cleveland Amory, yeah. Was Cheers and Jeers. There was the TV Guide. Yeah, it was fun getting it. I remember when I first moved to LA in '88, I at first couldn't afford a new TV. And someone said, "Why do you have TV Guide? You don't have a TV." I still would buy it every week. Loved Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My father did it. All right. I'll get up again. This is my cribs. My father did this painting. I don't know who that is. And yes, my father did that painting of Emmett Kelly. My father was a talented guy that didn't get to do much, but not until retirement. So this is you really buying TV Guide without a TV is hilarious. Yeah, I loved it still. Yeah, he did that. He was in I think Foul Play with Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase. Yeah, he did a few things. But I loved Mary Hartman. All right, now I'm actually dizzy from not eating, but thank you. You helped me figure out a lot. And now I'm gonna figure it all out. You have a great day. Thank you, everyone.